Welcome back to our table. Let's have a chat. I'm Gigi.
Queen Bee.
Juju.
I'm Sue. And let's dive right in on some local events for the next couple of weeks. Starting out on the 17th, we have the Women with Willpower present Saddle Up Media, which is held at the Flying X. And it's from 3 to 6. There are raffle prizes, poker hands, cornhole competition, line dancing, and it's free. And
Interesting.
Yeah.
Willpower. Saddle Up Giddy Up?
Yeah.
Willpower. I like that name.
yeah,
That's an organization. Do you think it's for women only?
it doesn't necessarily say only
Well, I
women.
mean, I don't feel like you could say that. But yeah.
So
Interesting. No. Nope.
sounds like a good time.
Sounds good.
And then the same day, May 17th, we also have the Star Party at Cattail Cove. So it's watching the stars in the evening.
Oh.
7 to 9, but it's in the middle of summer, so
Oh,
Seven.
gotcha.
yeah.
No, but you gotta get there in the light.
Yeah.
Okay. Get your spot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it. Wait for the stars.
The Havasu Astronomy Club is providing some telescopes. So,
Where was that again?
Cattail Cove State
Oh,
Park.
Oh.
Nice.
But that
That's
one,
pretty interesting.
that one is $5 entry. Bring your own chair, but they are providing hot cocoa.
Oh.
So, there's that.
I mean, it's still pretty hot at night.
Yeah.
Hot cocoa could be like, I don't know, I want to think about ice.
Ice cocoa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know Dunkin' Donuts.
Mhm.
Hello. And my last event that I thought was interesting is our next movie night in the park on May 23rd. They're showing The Goonies.
Oh, I heard they're rebooting the Goonies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yep.
nice.
I'm all in.
Oh,
Nice.
great. That's what
May
I've got.
23rd.
Yep. That's what I've got so far.
Seems so far away.
Right?
It's really
Yeah.
not.
No. Not.
Well, today is, we're doing May the 4th, we're recording on it, and I was thinking of trends that I didn't go all in on.
Have a trend.
Have a trend,
Or don't.
or don't, or watch the trend go by and be happy you didn't get on that train.
Mhm.
There were, I was thinking, what are the trends that like everyone got into? Like, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go. And so I thought of one, because Sue, you mentioned it, and maybe even you, Queenie, was the Tamagotchi thing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like,
Sure wasn't me.
and Furby
Oh,
Those
Furby.
Yep.
days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
didn't do that at all. And
All right. This is going to come off wrong.
why?
Weren't you a little old for those trends?
I was a little old,
Like you were an adult by those points.
probably. Well, no, I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe.
Tamagotchis were like,
Yep.
like
high-
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I was
Uh-huh.
too old. That's good that I wasn't
No,
into those.
late 90s, I guess. But
Maybe.
I was in high school.
Okay.
You were in.
Well,
I was like, no way.
I will tell you.
That is
Okay,
not-
then
not right. Yeah.
the other thing
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the '80s big hair.
Oh. Okay.
I know you're a baby. Your hair was just big because you woke up from a nap.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
And then also,
So you were walking around the 80s with flat hair?
well, my hair's like it's humid, and I just like my hair flies around all over the place. So I think I just didn't have to
Well,
make it.
frizzing and big hair.
Oh, my hair's so hair. Well, also I don't think I brushed my hair for a few days. So, I'm going with that style right now, homeless. And the last thing is, I was thinking of the habit trend of when all of the bell bottoms came back in. So I obviously participated in like the 60s, 70s. But when the trends come back around, I feel like if you were there for the first time, you're gonna have to just step aside for a second.
I have to disagree.
Really?
Yeah, when they come back around, I'm like, yes, thank you.
So what trend are you hoping to come back? And you're like, yes, I'm waiting. Like, can't wait.
Well, some of the 90s, like I was pretty stoked about those. Those came back.
What's that thing?
Like the little shirt,
The
boy
crop
band,
top?
and
Crop top?
like
Or the boxy sweatshirts. They're
Boxy.
not white crop top, but they're like waistband level.
Yeah,
So
those
they're
are all
like,
back. I don't wear them, but I think they're cute.
Yeah.
I love them.
Then
Yeah.
you're not in on the trend.
But I love it. I just don't wear it because that's not what I like now as
Right.
an adult.
Yeah, that's what
Right,
I
but
meant.
then you're not in on the trend.
Right.
The trend would imply that you're, like, if you're in on
You're
the trend, not that
partaking.
you're against the trend, but, like, if you're in on it, you're partaking.
participating.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not participating in those shirts then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am. I love them.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm
Band, like the little
Starting
boy band shirts, those
the
are.
regain confidence. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Daughters
know.
wear them.
I don't know that I've boy banded, but also like arguably, I guess I'm heavy metal boy banding it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
there's that.
Judy, anything that you would come back to? Trends that you'd be like, yes.
No.
Any trend that
I
you're
can't even
on?
think of a trend that I was on, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, I liked what I liked, and it wasn't
Yeah.
for that reason, and I don't feel like it's changed that much. My pants were definitely baggier
Sure.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
but I don't know that I'd go back to that. But like a trend that I was like way out on was that, I know we already talked about sourdough.
Oh, yeah.
I never got into
That's
that.
right.
Like
No.
no,
Mm-mm.
the last thing I want to do is take, 2-3 hours to make a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Oh, it's days.
I know it is, but
What? Wow.
that's how much patience I don't have for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for it to rise and watching it. But I'm gonna forget about it by then.
You know what? I think Pinterest was a bigger thing. I mean, I still once in a while
Oh,
take a
that's
look
funny
at-
you say that. I just looked at like my phone the other day, and I was like, Pinterest. I haven't done Pinterest. in
I
a
know.
while.
It was like my Sim City of
Yeah.
an adult life. Like this is all my pretend, my
I
pretend
feel
world.
like Pinterest was not pre-social media, but pre-like real.
But yeah, yeah,
So now, like,
yeah.
Pinterest used to be the rabbit hole you could spend hours in.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it
And
now.
now it's like
AI
these
garbage.
other things. Yeah. These
Yeah.
other things.
I mean, I still keep them.
Yeah,
sometime
yeah,
on that.
sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I have been spending more and more time on Tumblr again.
What?
Like,
That's still there?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's huge still, but it's like the interests have obviously shifted. Like Supernatural used to be massive, and I'm not saying it's not still, but it's a little less prevalent.
Supernatural, like the show,
Yeah.
or the idea.
Both, but mostly the show.
Okay.
Like Doctor Who was really big.
I love Doctor Who.
Yeah, Sherlock. Those were like the big three of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have recently gone into Star Wars, so I
I got a big trend I just thought of too.
Ooh.
So that I'm way out on and have never really done.
share.
Facebook.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. I never.
I'm not a Facebooker. No.
Yeah.
I used to.
I have an account. Don't even know the password.
Me
Yeah.
either. If it
The
doesn't-
picture is like literally decades old.
Yeah.
I'll do it. My
Not a big
family,
thing.
like the nieces and nephews, will like, share out with that. But I accidentally just like kind of act like somehow I accidentally get into it. I don't even know how. Maybe like someone posts a picture and then all of a sudden it opens up. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, now I'm here.
What?
I don't know. Like if someone sends me a link and I feel like, who knows?
You
An old grandma.
accidentally get it open. Like,
Well, because it's on my phone, so if someone sends me a picture that they have
mine's
on
not even
Facebook.
on my phone. Like, I am so, like, I have felt Facebook
I should probably just
is like the death of society.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
remember when
when like MySpace was a thing, like I wasn't in on that.
No.
There was so much information out there.
and people like really like they like just came in from shoveling. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Just bake cookies. Unless you're baking those cookies for me, I don't bake.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say Facebook's the biggest trend I never got.
Yeah, wow.
That's
That's a good one.
yeah.
That is so
Way to go.
fun. I have noticed myself spending less time on like the wordy social media apps.
Yeah, I'm all in on the Instagram.
Twitter.
I just want to look at
Facebook,
pictures.
all of
Yeah.
that. But like I spend so much time on TikTok because I have curated the perfect algorithm. It's sucking me in. I'm like, okay, one more video. And then that was really good. I'm like, oh, one more video.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And then the next thing I know, it's like an hour and a half later. I'm like,
Oh.
oh my god.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah.
I can't sleep when I watch TikTok. Like the song, like the snippet of songs gets stuck in my head, and I
The
like,
earworm.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
get rid of it. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
I
For me.
live with earworm. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned to work around.
You're just giving them a party.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's go. All right. So that's what I was thinking of, and thank you for partaking. So
Yeah.
participating.
Partake when you know, partake something.
Oh, well. Okay. Participating. All right.
There we
Well,
go.
now I'm learning words and everything.
Vocabulary.
Yeah. I will never say that. Yeah. And I was thinking, you know what is the craziest trend? Like if someone wants to like slip us a line, I'm interested in like what trend did you go
Yeah,
for?
don't ever say that again.
It's what I said, but I won't. Hopefully. But if
The phrase is drop us a line, by the way. Flip us a line is not a thing. That sounds like you're like, oh.
Sounded
sorry.
so
Unhinged!
strange.
Okay, well, I will try to remember how to talk in these next few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go
All
on.
right.
Go on.
You just in time out.
I am. Strike one.
Alright, anyway.
Okay.
Nick.
Hey. Go ahead.
Oh, mine was, or mine is, movies that you watched when you were younger that you don't watch anymore. But ones that, like, for me, like, I watched them over and over and over and over. My favorite. But you don't watch them anymore.
The Fox and the Hound.
Oh.
I scream cry, like sobbing. It's bad. I watched it like every day for 2 weeks. And then my mom told me, she was like, you can't watch this anymore. Like, it's too much. Like, I would say, like, all of the, like,
Yeah, classic Disney.
yeah, I cry every single one of them, every single time.
That's funny because I would have said until recently a Goofy movie.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. I watched it all the time. Goofy is my favorite Disney character. When I was in like 8th grade and we went to Disney for the first time in the world, because I've never been to land. We like everything I got was Goofy. And I watched the Goofy movie a lot. And only recently did I watch it again because it's all these like anniversary things that come out.
Yeah.
And I literally was able to still recite it. I knew all the words, I knew all the songs still, and I haven't watched it in probably more than 15. No, it's got to be at least 20 years.
Oh, my gosh.
So I would say it's very good. Yeah.
Oh,
I would say a
so
Goofy
good.
movie would be my like
Mm-hmm.
top.
The one.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of movies with my daughters growing up, like when they like Mulan, love that movie still, or
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I just watched that.
I would say again. I recently watched it.
I have to watch that. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. But I'm thinking, so like we didn't when growing up, obviously we didn't get to watch it over and over. But it's not a movie, but I'd watch it all the time. Was Scooby-Doo after school? I haven't seen that ever. Or like those type of shows. And I could watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
I was a big Thundercats fan for many, even once it was off the air, like I don't know how I found it again, but like it came back around. Maybe Cartoon Network was playing it after school, like when I was in middle school, and I really liked Thundercats.
Yeah. Huh. My next
I had a couple. One that I watched a lot. That Thing You Do.
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
I watched it all the time. I loved it.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
The hat. That's what I think of is like the hat.
That's a trend that I have. Like, you know what? Tom Cruise, never been a big
I
fan.
said Tom Hanks.
Tom
Okay.
Hanks.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Different Tom. But
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
Yep.
All
Tom
right.
Selleck. We're just going to keep naming Tom. Like,
Maybe
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry. Big fan of him.
Two characters. Yeah, those are not. That's not the same
No.
either.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Join us on this train, won't you?
I'm trying to catch up. You guys are
Yeah.
going so fast.
You're in a pedal car.
I know.
Here.
That's that little train guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thing You
like
Do, yeah.
one of my favorite. I think it was just the song, but it was
I
it was a decent movie.
yeah. I would say like high school wise, I watched She's All That with like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yep.
and Rachel Lee Cook. I think was her name.
They're remaking it.
Are they really? Yeah, where she was like she wore
Maybe.
the glasses, super artistic, and then
I might be thinking of
took
something
her
else.
glasses off.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I hate that. I
Yeah.
love that.
I
But
put my
yeah.
glasses up all the time.
I also watch a lot of 10 Things I Hate About You, but I still watch that a lot.
Oh, you know
It's
what?
like downloaded on my phone, so when I'm somewhere and I'm bored, I
Yeah.
just rip it out.
It's nice and comforting.
Another one that I watched a lot. You've Got Mail. Another
another
Tom
Tom
Hanks. I'm a Tom
Wow.
Hanks fan.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by accident, but it just works out that way.
Yeah.
I watched it a lot, all the time, all the time.
That's
On
funny.
on
They used it by
VHS
accident.
too.
Yeah.
On VHS, I would just
Slip
it in and-
That's funny you say, oh, I'm a big Tom Hanks fan, but by accident. I feel that way about The Rock. Like,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
like, oh, I'm not that big a rock fan. And then I look at like the movies I own and the collections I have, and The Rock's in a lot of them. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm a huge
Yeah.
rock fan.
maybe,
Yeah,
Like-
undercover.
maybe.
It's like, you know what I love is watching
Yeah.
Tom, or Kevin Hart and The Rock. Are
Oh my
hysterical.
gosh.
Yeah. But,
They-
like, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, oh, The Rock's in that. Huh, he's in that one. Like,
Maybe I am a
G.I.
fan.
Joe,
Maybe I am a
Fast
fan.
and Furious,
Oh.
Jumanji, like, Central Intelligence,
I
The
know.
Pacifier, The Game Plan, like all these things
Oh,
I
yeah.
can think of right off the top of my
That's
head.
true.
The
Forget
Tooth Fairy.
that.
The Tooth Fairy,
Yeah.
that was a good one. Yeah.
Look at that.
So, yeah. But yeah, I would say I haven't
That's-
like a
Yeah.
random, like, I think I'm actually a big fan of them, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just noticing, like, when you guys start talking about like, movie stars and their name, I think, you know what?
You think you don't know who we're talking about?
Well, I know
You say
I
Tom
don't.
Hanks, you say Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well, that. But also I was thinking, you know, we were talking earlier this year about seeing famous people in airports, and I thought, just now, someone could sit right next to me, and I probably would.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So who knows who I've
I mean, there's also that idea that the person we see on the screen is not actually what they look like either.
Correct.
So,
well, there you go.
yeah.
Who knows? For all I know, there's been dozens of movie stars and other famous people flying Sun Country right next to me.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I
Probably.
definitely think
And
there's a lot of famous people flying Sun Country
yeah,
based out of Minneapolis. Yeah.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
it is the hub.
Without a doubt.
It is, you know, the Mall of America. I mean,
Hey,
who wouldn't want to be
who wouldn't want to?
there on the
Who
regular?
isn't flying
Who
there?
wouldn't want to be like ice and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is not flying in and out of there?
Yeah.
that's the question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would like to follow that up with what is the movie that like jacked you up so bad you will never watch it again?
Oh, any scary movie from when I was younger.
My life.
I don't do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Blair Witch Project is the
I-
first one that I think of.
I've
Oh.
never seen it.
It was
but I want
super-
to so bad.
It's not as scary, like thinking back, it's not as scary as I thought it was in the moment.
Yeah.
But it was like the first time I stayed home alone overnight.
That's a good one to watch.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was genius of me. Yeah.
Mine with that is
Trying to
paranormal
set me
activity.
over. What?
Paranormal activity.
Yeah. The other one.
And then I stayed home with myself, and I ran up the stairs, left all the lights on.
Yeah.
All the things.
I
I
already
couldn't-
know I'm not good with scary movies, so
Yep.
it's like one of those like I have been wise enough to say no. It will replay in my head in forever, so that's going to be just a big pass on my part.
So another one that it's not scary, but it has stuck with me for years. I'm looking it up right now. It was in 2011. It came out. Was War Horse.
I've heard of it.
Oh.
It's
I
about
don't think I've ever seen it.
horses and how they're used in different wars. And
Oh.
it's like a historical fiction, I would say. I went with my parents, we saw it on New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Break your heart.
And it was gut-wrenching and disturbing, but there are times I still think about it. I've only seen it once,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it stuck with me for like obviously we're talking almost 14 years, 15 years later,
Right.
and I'm still, like, it still sticks. Like,
Yeah.
the thought and, like, the process and, like,
You know what? Now that you
but
brought
that killing of animals, like, is hard for me to get over.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's one that, like, not necessarily just kind of stuck with me, but I've only seen once and I will never see again.
Yeah.
For that
One
reason.
that, you know what, now that you've opened it up to that talk, we used to see IMAX movies, and we saw a documentary on elephants, and I wanted to see it again because it was so good, but the part that sticks to me was when they were like trying to get water, and so like a herd of pack of elephants were moving along, and they come across a mother that had lost her calf, and they were like, narrating, saying like, they've got to make her move, otherwise she's going to also die, blah, blah. And all these elephants were like throwing their trunks on the mama elephant, trying to get her to go, and I thought, it just hit me. It was like, oh, elephants, like they have feelings, and they were trying to.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just a very.
Oh, that's big
But I mean,
feelings.
Yeah.
to see that, how they saw those, and yeah, that one
Yeah.
stuck with me too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a hard time sometimes with some of the nature shows. Like, I really love watching them, but sometimes
The dying.
I have to turn it off. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't
That's
do
like the
it.
whole, like, meme that, like, I can watch anybody, like, I'll watch True Crime to relax, and, like,
Yeah.
kill as many humans as you want.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but the second you kill the dog, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I have trouble getting past the first episode of Yellowstone. Because they kill the animal. Like,
Where the red
but
ferns grow.
Reacher, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's killing people left and right, and, walking away with the blood on his face, and I'm like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like, last week I said, not enough sharks are eating people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched A Man Called Otto.
Oh,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I-
yeah.
It's marked as like a comedy, right? Please tell me why I sobbed.
Is
through
it
the
really?
entire thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. I have the book, I think, somewhere.
I have the book.
Again,
Haven't read it because
there he is again.
No,
I'm
he's
not
everywhere.
emotionally ready.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
especially if it's labeled as a comedy. Good grief.
Yeah, and you were expecting something funny.
yeah, it was not.
That's just
I
rude.
mean, I was like laugh crying through some of it,
Mm.
but I mean, straight up, like that movie ruined me.
Hmm.
Like I watched it with my family.
Yeah.
We all were crying.
Oh, jeez. Family.
Yeah. I'm not a movie crier. Oh,
Really?
I'll cry at anything.
Oh, my
You
girl,
know this
I
about
ugly
me.
cried on that one.
I haven't watched that one because I'm afraid.
Well, yeah. It's not a comedy.
No.
very
Yeah.
funny. It's just at the very end.
Sure. It's like Rich's Terrible.
Oh, man.
Mm.
Cried during that one because I didn't read the book, so I didn't know what was going
No.
on.
That's the, you know what?
Oh.
That's the thing when it sneaks up and you're like, what? That's where it goes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm fully invested in movies once when I do it. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we sit here, you all are sitting around one table doing my puzzle. And I'm not.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so this is kind of where my topic goes. Things that like you do but don't advertise because you're like, oh, that's like old or that's not really. But then when you say something, people are like, oh my god, I love that. Mine would be puzzles. I do puzzles regularly. Like I have a special table. They're sitting at it right now.
Yeah.
Like I have boxes of puzzles in my spare bedroom. When I'm done, I usually just pack them up and give them to Goodwill. And some lucky duck gets a puzzle that actually still has all the pieces to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have all the pieces when I'm done, because it went under the couch or I lost it somehow, then it goes in the trash. I'm not giving away a puzzle.
Oh.
It's not able to be finished.
You know what? Good for you.
Yeah, but like, it's not necessarily something like I've been part of puzzle clubs where I get a monthly puzzle. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I really enjoy a good puzzle. And so it's not something I necessarily like advertise as like a hobby because it makes me sound very 85. But when
Nothing
people
wrong with
come, they like sit down and do the puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like they
you can't
like,
get me away from
even
here.
my groomer comes in and will do the puzzle as I try to pay her and make another appointment.
Yeah.
Like,
And then she's late to
and
her
I'm
other
like,
appointment.
ma'am,
You gotta go.
Take my money and be.
Yeah. I mean, she's very kind and I
Oh,
do
of
enjoy
course.
her.
Yeah.
And it is funny, but
But
like,
also,
she will sit down and do the puzzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is something maybe that you do that like you feel like, oh well, I'm not gonna let people know that. But then when you do, people are like, oh, because to me that's like puzzles, like,
Mhm.
and like I know a lot of people do puzzles because during COVID, and we were talking about this before we started the show, like it was really hard to find puzzles because everybody was doing puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as hard anymore.
Right.
They're not sold out at Walmart like they were. But yeah, that's my question posed.
Hey.
I like
trying to think.
playing games, like board games and stuff, and that's hard to do because, not a lot, like a lot of people, or card games, board or card games. I like playing,
Yep, I like card games.
and, but that's something like,
As
I
a
don't know.
kid though, my parents always went and played poker. Like they'd have a poker night with their friends. I have never, that's a lie, I used to do it once in a while,
Yeah.
like way back. But like, I am now at the age that my parents were when they did those poker nights.
Yeah.
And at this age, I have never done.
My parents always played pinochle, which has, they tried to teach me, it's very difficult for me to keep under, like,
I don't
hard
think
for me to
I've ever
understand
played.
the good hand and all that stuff. But they would also play all the
Yeah,
time.
I was
It's
a big
fun.
card game person.
Yeah.
More my kids than I am now.
Yeah.
But yeah, euchre is still a favorite though.
Mhm. We play euchre. We enjoy that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My girls play it now.
What's sweet?
we would do a modified version.
Is it like,
So.
So you have the setup is 5-1-1-5. The rest of the cards are dealt evenly between the two people. It's two people only. And you have your cards face down. You pull up 5. You're going to have 5 in your hand at a time. And when you say go, you each flip the one in the middle and you lay down in sequential order, up or down. And then you just pick up your pile, and then when you get rid of all your cards, you yell speed. But if everyone is stuck with the 2 cards, that's what these 5 are for. You flip them, and you each flip a side, and then you keep going. And then you're just trying to do them, and you can only do one at a time.
So
It's just
that'd
a
be
fast
fun.
pace.
We used to play like garbage, like I think it's called garbage, where it's kind of like that, where you have four, or you don't even have any cards. Everyone like you get all your cards, and then if you have like a one or whatever you play, and then everyone tries to get their rid of their cards.
I think that's the one we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have like your sort of solitaire. You have like 4.
Yeah.
You have a pile of 13
Yep.
that you kind of draw from.
Yeah.
But you also have the rest of your little
Yes.
deck.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own deck. And then
Right.
you start in cases, and everybody can play off of those cases.
Yeah, that's
until
what
you
I was
get
talking
all
about.
the way
Yeah.
up to 15.
okay.
Yeah.
So, like, we always called that speed.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Yeah, that's why I thought so.
Okay.
But maybe
Okay.
it's called something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fun game.
Yeah.
That gets pretty. Yeah.
We used to play that until my mom, got sick. But
Now she's really good because you
No.
always beat her.
Yeah.
Always.
We play a lot of rummy.
I never got into rummy. I
Oh,
couldn't.
Sit, then you lay, then you throw a card away.
Yep.
I couldn't keep track of it.
I still play a lot of rummy. Like when we go on vacation, we play a lot, and we keep it going for like the whole week.
So do you think, well, like us and your girls are playing, but do you think that's like a age thing? I mean, like now,
Yeah.
like when we're gone, like how many cards are they going to be selling? I don't know how many.
Yeah, I don't know.
How many people ever play? Yeah.
What is your thing? Dee? That like you?
I don't know. I'm pretty open about all the things I do.
I feel like until recently, Legos could have been considered a thing like that too. Like if you still played with Legos. I mean, I never really stopped. Like I wasn't as adamant as I am now. But I'd say like 10 years ago, I really picked it up again. But like I've always had Legos in my house. And
Yeah.
there were times it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna build a house today.
Yeah.
Never
It's
good
true.
at building stuff. I can build.
But now Legos are like,
They're
They're everywhere.
huge.
but
Yeah.
They can be, for sure.
or they cannot be. I mean, there's a lot of $10 fingers.
Mhm.
for sure.
You can buy off-brand ones, too.
Yeah.
They're a lot cheaper.
Do they go together though?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They're just not the brand Lego.
Yeah.
They're harder to get apart.
But you have one of those little,
No, I mean like the off-brand.
yeah, but if you still have one of those
Lego
little things,
separator?
like a little tool. We have a teal one.
Oh.
That was new.
Fancy.
Yep, just recently. We opened a box. And it had one of the little tools, little separator tools in it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Legos have really moved on.
because I think because now they have such little. Everything is not just like the little blocks. Like not everything is just a square anymore or like a little ramp. That's really all we ever had. And sometimes you get like the little people and you get kind of a couple special pieces. But now there's like so many special
I know what
pieces.
you do. You use your sewing machine quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
I don't feel like a lot of people do that.
Okay. All right. Thank
Oh.
you for that.
Yeah.
I do. I do.
Oh my God, you
No.
never know you sew anything.
And
well,
I.
not since I've been here. There's like a
Shots fired.
yeah.
And I do
No, it's true, I
have,
haven't.
I do have like the quilting blocks to like lay out a whole blanket, do all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Sewing. I tried to get into sewing. Not good. It's not gone my way. It's not as easy to walk away from it like a puzzle. Like I can
No.
walk away from a puzzle and come back to it.
Right.
Sewing, like you have to
No.
have a stopping.
You do. And you have to get there.
Yeah.
I'd like to, yeah, that's another thing I've always wanted to get into. I just met
What is something like flipping it as you get older you hope you get into?
Oh, crocheting.
Yeah.
I'd love to make little people and animals and hats and scarves.
Me too.
Like I want to make all the little animals and.
Like into pickleball.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that too.
We have
Oh
talked
man,
about it.
yeah.
But
Do that
I don't
too.
know, lately I've just felt like I want to hit something really hard. And pickleball sounds really good.
You know what? I haven't golfed for a long time, and I just, I gotta get back into golfing.
Oh yeah, we go golfing quite a bit.
I am.
I'll invite you next time that we're there.
I want to run.
Oh,
Oh man.
you're no.
I used
I'm
to run.
out.
Now my knees are
Running.
like,
Oh, my knees are awful too. My
Yeah.
whole entire joint is
I
bent.
strongly dislike.
I would probably
I
pass.
like
So we talked about getting treadmills
We did.
because it's too hot now to go
Yeah.
walking,
Yeah,
which we were doing for a
I
while.
would love a treadmill. I would live on that thing.
Yeah, we thought about getting them, putting them inside and like watching a show or turning
Yeah.
on YouTube and pretending like we're going somewhere.
Yes, I'm sold. They have.
The
They have, like, the
walking
mini-
is really what we were looking
Yeah, because they have like the small ones that just like fold up and they're flat and there's not a whole lot to them. But if you fall, like,
Yeah.
You're done.
It's gonna be so funny.
Yeah.
I
So
have
please have a video of that.
I have seen on YouTube to go along with that, putting on a video. They
Mhm.
make like immersive first
Yeah.
person Hogwarts.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude,
Yep.
I would be unstoppable.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know.
love a good walk.
Yeah.
I'm all out on the running though.
I mean, I'll run. I will run.
I have a lot of like pent up energy that I
Mm.
can't get out. So
When I think
That's
that's
a
where like
really-
my head at with pickleball, I usually do play softball, and I do this season, and so I think I'm missing that one day a week
yeah.
moment
Out.
to hit a ball,
Mhm.
and I think that's where a little bit of the pickleball is coming from.
Mm.
And pickleball just seems like low impact, super easy, try as hard as or little as I want.
Yeah.
Softball, I just gotta run a couple races.
We used to play tennis.
Our
Our
tennis
families,
as a kid
with
a little
girls.
bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, but
Yeah.
I still feel like tennis rackets are expensive, pickleball kits are not, like,
What's the difference between, I mean, like the pickleball, what's the difference between a pickleball racket and a tennis ball racket? Are the,
pickleball pad,
oh, okay, it's a paddle,
so
so that's
it's
good
not
to
a
know.
racket.
So it's like a giant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as big as a tennis racket, but it's bigger than a ping pong paddle. And it's more of a rectangle rather than a circle.
kind of like a racquetball?
Yes.
Yeah.
A racquetball
Yeah.
racket?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was. But the balls are wiffle balls. Wiffle balls instead of rubber balls like in racquetball.
Oh, so you can't like get hurt?
I mean, you
Okay.
probably can. But,
Well,
yeah.
that's a, we probably have a court here somewhere. I'm just gonna,
Oh yeah, there's a bunch.
All over the
It's very popular.
Yeah.
well, I know
Very
it's popular, I just didn't know,
And you
like,
get
Well, none of we just
The retirement community really enjoys it.
So why-
My dad.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Well, that makes sense. We should probably go to the Olympics on that one.
Yeah.
Well, this- I wonder why is it more of an older person thing?
They have free time to do whatever they want.
it's not. It is.
I don't know.
Kind
I
of
saw
everybody.
Andre Agassi just won like a pickleball masters national tournament.
Really?
Yeah, his hair did not last.
Oh, good to know.
But,
You know, well, you know, my brother John used to have hair like Jesus,
I
and his
just think
didn't
it's
last.
older. Yeah. I just think it's. I think tennis was more popular like in the 80s
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
and early 90s, and I think as those people who did tennis have gotten older, like less impact. Like I said, it's just it's less likely to get hurt. The ball's not as
Yeah.
hard. You don't have to hit it as hard.
Right.
I think that's where pickleball kind of found its niche.
Is the court smaller so you don't have
Yes.
to run so? Oh, okay. Well, now I'm in. I mean, honestly, like when you're not good at it, you're running all the time. I feel like
Well, and
you're
like the serve is a bounce serve rather than an up and an over serve.
I do love that. But I can do my step grab.
You do what?
And you have to
grab.
step the grab.
Yeah. It's like when she serves, she like makes this noise.
A really loud
Oh
noise.
yeah.
Really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. Like he didn't know, and then it would sound ridiculous. More ridiculous.
Well, I didn't hear what you said the first time. I thought you said stuck in grass. I was
Well, why would I say that?
don't know. You tell me. Stuffy grass.
Stuffy grass, stuffy
Yeah.
grass.
I mean, this is the whole idea of like, why would you tell this whole story about your stained glass necklace just to lead us into you
Like-
got super glue on your
You
finger?
know what? That is such a
Fingertip.
fingertip.
Yeah, you
Well,
don't-
it's
and you
actually
don't
down the
have-
side of one of my fingers too. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like Aquaman fingers for a while there.
But
What?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
because
was-
they stick together.
Yeah.
You pull them apart and they're like,
I know. They were like
Oh,
ribs fingers for a while.
man.
It hurt too.
remember when we went to First Friday and we made those sheep?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the hot glue
Oh.
like my hands were red.
Yeah.
Because like I was just being willy nilly and it.
I was surprised though that they because it must have not been as hot.
No, they
No,
were
but it
hot.
was
They
hot.
were hot.
It was hot.
Well, like my glue, like that's another thing I
Yeah.
do with glue gun, and it's like, oh, geez, that's.
Yeah.
I am not good with glue.
A cold hot glue.
Stingy.
Don't they make them?
They do. They do.
So smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, after we all burn our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn all your fingers off.
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
thinking like, here's my other thought real quick, but back
Yep.
on the super glue.
Got it.
When I buy super glue, right with that same package should be a tube of stuff that will unstick my fingers.
I mean, you
Like-
might want to write to 3M about that. You're a shareholder. Go for it.
Good point. Done. I will.
Yeah. Maybe
you go.
let's put that in the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I know those big posters are so cool.
I know.
Like 12 by 12 posters.
Ah.
Oh
I know.
my.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know how to do it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we have decided as a group as well that next episode will be our last of season 1. We're going to do a season 1 retrospective.
Recap.
Recap.
Yeah.
Retrospective.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got that
All
from
the-
Dave Carey.
all the above.
Flag.
Love that.
So yeah, that's where I kind of wanted to leave it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
All right. We'll see you at our table next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Toodles.